a natural.
Of course I am.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm joined by Nathalie Emmanuel from F9. Well, yeah, the first thing I want to ask is, Ramsey gets to drive for the first time in this movie. Were those scenes like nerve-wracking for you to film?
Not really, because I feel like I brought a lot of my own personal experience, like not knowing how to drive, into the scene. So, I definitely I think I was a step ahead in that respect, like little preparation to look clumsy driving was, quite good. But it was quite intimidating though, because obviously you're reacting to things that are happening that you're not seeing, because I don't actually do the driving, for obviously I don't have a license, but for safety reasons. But it's always quite you have a lot to think about, and when to deliver your lines, and often you're delivering it not to the actor, because they're coming in through in the movie, they're coming in through like an earpiece or something, so you're reacting to someone else reading it in, so you're trying to think about how they might do it, or so it's a lot going on, so it's quite technical, but a lot of fun. It's definitely like adrenaline, even though I'm not actually smashing into cars on the streets of Edinburgh.
So when Ramsey says, like in London, there's really no need to drive, it's really a line like ripped out of your own life, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's an excuse that I give for not driving myself. But obviously people do drive in London, but why would you? There's so much traffic. You just walk or get the bus or a bike or whatever, the tube. I honestly, like, whenever, even if I have to get in a cab somewhere, I'm like, this is so long because there's so many cars on the road. But yeah, I need to get my license. Like it's getting ridiculous now.
Can you get the tube, or do you tend to get bothered if you go on the tube?
I go on the tube all of the time. Like, no, especially now with the masks, like that's definitely made things easier. But yeah, no, I get on the tube or the bus pretty much every day usually. So most people are mostly unbothered, I think.
Yeah, London is
just getting on with their day.
Yeah. This is like your third movie in the series. Like, how do you think what sets this one apart from the last two, do you think?
I think, well, a lot of things. I think the action is just gone to another level. But I think the female presence in this movie is just really strong and really expanded in a way that it hasn't before. And I also think that, the backstory behind the Toretto family with Jacob's addition and all that history is really exciting. And I just, as my own personal taste, like I always love learning more about characters and their story. It's something that I really, it just adds to the texture of the world and it gives you new understanding to characters. And so I really enjoyed that about this. So yeah, those three things I think definitely set this apart from the others.
I think as like a fan of the franchise, it's obviously always been really rooted in the idea of family, but it feels like this film really kind of doubles down on that. And there's like two layers, like the kind of gang being a kind of family, and then obviously like the biological family that's the story, which is, makes it very touching in places.
Yeah, and I think it's really relatable in the sense that not everyone is born into like the perfect family, where some families have difficult history. Some people have, challenged relationships within their families. And so that chosen family, that those people that become your family, it's such an important message. Like, you can find family anywhere, no matter what your situation is. Find your tribe, find your community. And I love that about the Fast movies. I'm very blessed to have, my family I was born into, but also like my chosen family who, I have been incredible support and to me. So I think it really beautifully encapsulates that. And then you've got like the awesome car action chases as well, and how we all look out for each other.
I think I've got time for one more question. This movie has a really fun cameo from Cardi B. If you had to pick another musician artist to cameo in the next film, who would the ultimate cameo be for you?
Beyoncé Knowles.
Wow.
Please. Yeah. Thank you.
Behind a car.
I mean, she can just be like Ramsey's best friend, and they have like this whole scene together. And then she's like, "Oh, Ramsey, do you want to borrow this outfit of mine?" I'll be like, "Yes, thank you, sis. That's amazing." That's the scene. And then we'll jump in our car and then go and save the world.
I think this needs to happen. Well, yeah, thanks so much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.